Jobo would be next in line. Like, we can't impeach you because next up is Jobo. We just can't have that.
Yeah, you'd probably tell Putin to F off and get a noodle dropped off.
Yeah, I was about to say, my internet went out for a little bit.
My favorite picture is Jobo double guns.
This is. It's a great picture.
You get this pretty intense heartburn right now.
Well, it means something to drink.
Luckily, I have a ass ton of glass bottles that I can fill with water. See if I can get this to it like that.
Do I need to go with you?
Maybe.
Are you gonna be alright?
Yeah. Well, let's all just go.
You go for a walk.
Because I need some ice. I need some more Pepsi.
I could stretch the old.
We'll be right back, everybody. Is anybody in here? Yeah, we'll be right back, guys. We're gonna go get some drinks. We got 8 more hours left in the stream, exactly. And when I come back, my eyes are still hurting a little bit, so I don't know. I say in the next 15 minutes I'm gonna start playing again. It's my guess, anyways. Hopefully. Yeah, I'll probably start playing within the next 15 minutes, actually. Some good old Black Ops 2. Because I don't know when I'll love to stream and whatnot. Yeah.
And everyone would be like, they needed the air on so they could stay cool,
Yeah.
but they didn't want it blowing directly on them, so they all closed their vents, which makes the back ones pump out way harder.
Yeah.
That's freezing my ass off. I'm just like, John, turn off the air. And everyone's like, no, we're hot. Open your vent. Does my voice sound weird? Like, it sounds sounds more constricted.
I think that's just you thinking that.
Could be. Remember that time at state convention when Zoe called our room and I convinced her that I was somebody else and said that I was going to come and find her? Like at first I didn't even do it on purpose. I'm just like, Master, is that you? Bark twice if you're in Milwaukee. And she said, oh, I'm sorry, I think I called the wrong number. It's like, who is this? You're not the hooker. Where are you? I will find your room. She's like, oh my gosh. I hung up the phone. Then she like ran to our room and she's like, oh my gosh, you won't believe what just happened.
Yeah, see you screaming or like.
Yeah, I can't see that far.
Oh, you see screaming. Very busy all the time.
Yeah, I've been there.
I don't like it.
You don't like being busy?
It's like pass out busy. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's the good kind.
That is not the good kind.
If you pass out, that means you're doing it right.
Like it's moments of. Let's just take a step back and evaluate what's going on right now.
Like I kind of feel weird and pass out and get numb and those types of things, but I've done some things, so that's normal.
Like mine's like a minor headache, dizzy. Could pass out or throw up.
I can't really tell if my brain feels good or numb.
Like I was trying to think what my girlfriend's name was. We've been dating for 6 months now. Oh, I gotta text her. Her. Yeah, I thought of it.
Say, to whom it may concern.
Hello, champ.
You forgot my name again, didn't you? No.
I know what it is. Chief.
Girly friend.
Mahon.
My bitch. Don't call her that.
I will never call her that.
Good, don't.
Very rude. This is my phone.
Call her that right now.
Calling her.
Definitely don't call her mom that.
I'll add her to the call. No, I wouldn't do that. That'd be mean.
Can I play zombies with y'all?
No. Go home.
Depends. You'll have to.
I kind of like Shayna in the aspect that she doesn't get mad when I call her a bitch.
Yeah, that means your standards and the self-worth are at all-time high.
Just like, Shayna, you're a heartless bitch. Yeah, I know. Good.
Yeah, I wanted to go and just add me here on this account. We can play some zombies. Fine with me now.
Yes. That's a cool picture. It's Busch Stadium. It's where the St. Louis Cardinals play.
That is a lot of bush.
That's all bush. It's all red. Red bush. There's fireworks everywhere.
Red bush.
Cardinals gotta shut up. Oh, I'm going back up to Eldo.
Well, you married.
Yes.
I'm sick. Thanks for calling, man.
This weekend
Old woman.
Right.
to go see Danny
Yeah.
because she's coming home this weekend.
Of course.
And I'm staying the night there just so I can drive the Porsche. Her grandpa's like, hey, if you come back up next week, I'll let you drive the Porsche. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. He's like, no.
Seriously.
You can drive back. Okay.
You'll see me next weekend.
I'll just stay here this week if you don't mind.
Better be wearing your boater pants.
I'm scared to death to drive, but I want to.
Yeah, like, that's a once in a high school opportunity.
Yeah.
For people who live in Golden City.
I'll be 19 on Saturday. Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No plans for it yet though. No birthday plans. The force is strong with this one. I don't know what kind of force you're talking about. Well, okay. Obviously Star Wars, but
Like, I feel like I'm gonna forget how to like start it. Like, you know, it's a manual transmission, of course.
Right.
It's like I'm just gonna forget how to start. Like, well, it's not turning on. Clutch.
It's already started, isn't it? Yeah.
Sorry, grinding the gears. I'm sorry. Don't hate me.
I'm like, oh yeah. Jesus.
Like, the scariest thing ever was my dad gave my sister a car. Is this Oldsmobile. Well, it's kind of a crappy car, but she needed one, and he was nice enough to just give it to her. And, you know, she started up, and she paused for a second and went, what are you doing? Oh, I didn't know how to start.
Didn't know it was already on.
What is your problem?
Happy early birthday. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
But like, her grandpa was talking about it. I still don't know the guy's name, by the way.
Just call him Grandpa.
I just call him sir. Anyway, he said last time I took it out, I didn't get past fourth gear and I was already at 140. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it for a spin sometime. Which I'm not sure what the protocol there is. Like, since I'm the new guy there to the family, do I drive slow? Or do I say, hey, it's a Porsche?
Speed limit.
If he says go for it, I'm going for it.
Yeah, if he says get it, you listen to the man.
We're going to top it out.
You do a road donut right there.
But I just don't want to go too fast because like I'm the worst at downshifting. Just the worst. I can't. What do they call that? Like RPM matching or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you know. Like, yeah, that tap thing, like where you tap the gas, like floor the gas so it matches the RPMs or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't do that. And I'm going to be driving a Porsche.
Yeah. I don't have too much driving stick experience. The only stick that I've drove was my dad's 1941 Ford dump truck. And the gears aren't synchronized, so no matter what, you grind the gears, so there's no pressure. It worked out pretty well. That was a fun truck to drive.
I'm just the worst at downshifting, so what I do is I just put it in neutral and coast. Then push on the clutch and brake.
Whatever
Because
works.
you don't want it to stall out.
Just don't do a burnout.
Well, I mean, wouldn't this be easier to like replace like brake pads or something like that instead of like replacing the whole transmission or whatever?
Very.
Yeah. Cat, you drinking my water? You back down. Get out here, cat. Get your butt away from it, too.
Yeah. Alright, go back downstairs. Go to sleep.
I think it'd just be easier to put it in neutral and let it coast. And then when I get to a complete stop, off the brakes, put it back in first gear.
I think my grandpa is one of the most talented people at driving shift that I've ever seen before. In the Army, he had to drive trucks that had 2 transmissions, and every once in a while,
That is
They-
my water.
every once in a while they'd kind of sync up to where he had to shift both transmissions at once, so you have to go.
That would suck. I can really do one. Because you know, like when you're going, the clutch lets up so much, and like it has that kicking point, whatever it's called. Like whatever you're doing, you have to go the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Like 100% of the clutch, 0 on the gas, and as you're going, I mean, like if you let go of the clutch too fast, you jerk the car, and you'll get going. Wouldn't want that. Because it's a Porsche, and I can't afford to fix anything on it. I was asking her grandpa, like right now, not right now, but at the time, I said, I have $9 in my pocket. What will that buy off the Porsche? And he said, maybe the dirt off the floor mats. I'm like, oh,
You're a dick.
I'll take it. And he's
Why
like-
am I paying you to clean your floors?
Then he said, no, there's no dirt. And they're like, alright. Can't buy anything. And then I said, well, I'll buy a hubcap or something like that. And he's like, no, those are custom. Oh, that's expensive then.
Gold-plated hubcaps.
They're rich, and they act like they're not. Like, he just doesn't act like it's any big thing. He's like, yeah, I took the rolls out the other day. Like, he said he was thinking about taking his Rolls Royce, which is, you know, a very elite, expensive car. He said, I was thinking about taking my rolls down to the welfare office and just parking down there for a while. To get people saying you can afford rolls, but you're on welfare. So, he's got a sense of humor.
It's okay, it's a lease.
Like last weekend was the first time I've ever met this man in my life. First time I've ever seen him or talked to him.
And yes, I have seen him naked.
Anyway, he gets a call and he's like, who's this? Oh, okay. You want to talk to Cole? I'm like, alright, who's calling that? They would know it. He hands me the phone and it's like a telemarketer. I'm like, oh god, okay, no big deal. Hand the phone back to him. He sets the phone down by the receiver, but doesn't hang up on the guy. So the guy's just talking the whole time. He goes back to his chair and sits down and he's carrying on conversation. Eventually starts buzzing because that other guy hung up. He's like, oh, I gotta get that.
Hello?
He said on one of the telemarketers that calls him, he said, I promised him I'd call him back eventually. I gotta call him by the 15th. That's when the deal expires, so gotta be sure to call him then.
Hello?
You ain't gonna call him.
Yeah, they escaped. I put trackers in them this time. Yeah. Those Mexicans are hard to find. Well, see you later.
Climbing over everything. Alright.
Ew. You're still here. Yep.
Hello.
So is that on her mom's or
That
dad's?
is on her dad's side. Oh, and then the first time, like the very first thing he ever said, like first thing he said was like hi or whatever. And I thought he was kind of a big dude, like he's really skinny. Like that O'Connor guy. He's built just like him and looks a little bit like him. Anyway.
Is it him?
No. His face is a lot different. Like his hair is all combed over real nice. Anyway, like when I first met him, he walked up to me, because me and Danny were on the couch, and I stood up to shake his hand, you know. Like, stand up to shake his hand. He's like, oh, you don't have to stand up for me. And I thought it was because he was embarrassed at how tall I was. It's like, he went up to throw there on me. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Just sit down. And apparently Danny and him were talking because they both knew I don't ride horses at all because I've never been around them before. Anyway, he sat down in his chair and he said, so Cole, I hear you're big into the rodeo. Well, let's go out there to the pasture and see what you got. I'm like, what? I've been on a horse once.
Only with Danny, sir. Yeah. I think the first time I ever rode a horse was, I'm not even sure if I was in kindergarten. And they put me up on the horse, And I was literally like laying down on the saddle holding it.
Yeah.
Just like, oh my gosh, it's so high. Then I got used to it. It was good.
First time I ever rode a horse was at that field trip when we went on that trail ride. And I thought my horse died standing up. but it was pooping. I'm like, man, my horse died. It's like, no, bitches, go to the bathroom. It is. I'll catch up in a moment. My buddy, pinch it off. We gotta go.
They can walk and poop.
Just in there.
It wasn't Martin, Mr. Martin, the one who set up that field trip.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, that's why it sucked so bad. Mr. Martin has cock breath
Yeah.
with the sight of STDs.
He had, like, all he drank all day was tea and coffee. The only thing that could have made it worse if he snacked on cheese all day. Like, seriously. I'm pretty sure you have one dead tooth. Get that fixed.
that's all I'm gonna stare at when I see him. Get it fixed.
He really liked my truck, and he'd always come by me every time he seen me in the hallway. So every time I was in the hallway ever, he'd come and put his arm around my shoulder and go, "I really like your truck," and then walk away with his arms behind his back, and I'm just like, why?
I hate
Every time.
that so much.
Hey, what locker do you have?
I don't know.
Is it in the 70s?
Perhaps. It's in that small section that's not built into the wall.
I hope I don't have those lockers.
I don't.
I just don't want
Mine was the smallest, furthest away, built into the wall. That's furthest away from
I
everybody.
wanted those.
like on the library wall, like where the
Yeah,
doors are.
right.
Yeah, I think that's where mine are.
I had there's Colton was the very edge, and then me, and then there was Roe and all those people. So whatever, I can't remember what numbers those were, but I think I was 87 or 88, something like that.
Well, I just figure I'm right by Nick
Yeah.
because my name's before his,
Yeah.
and then he has that one at the very end, so I can't tell if I'm going to be on that side or the other side. Doesn't it go me?
You're gonna be the one built into the wall.
I hope so. Is that first? Aren't you the second
You
locker or something like
definitely
that though?
Yeah, I'm like the second locker. That's
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, there's a locker in between, so maybe that'd be mine. I don't know. I hope not. 'Cause it's all bolted in.
it's gonna
And
be.
those lockers are probably the best working lockers I've ever had, really. They're the senior year lockers. Oldest in the building, and they're the ones that work
Like,
best.
The best working ones
They have
we've
more
had
room, too.
was the ones we had in middle school.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
those
Because
were brand new.
Those
Yeah.
bitchin'.
I forgot about
Those
those.
were good.
And you know,
No, but compared from my junior year to my senior year, this locker had a lot more
yeah,
room. It was just easier.
I don't know. I've always had good luck with my lockers.
Yeah.
They've always worked for me.
I'm always dead center except for my senior year, where the first half of the day, Colton was at Votech, so I could open mine all the way up. But, yeah, that's something awesome about the corner guy. Corner guy can just open theirs all the way up. Don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, the only trouble I've ever had was when I had a locker right next to DJ.
Oh yeah,
He
he used to be in our class, so boy, in my class that was a fun year, first
he
grade.
always had his backpack on.
Yeah.
And his backpack was that big.
Yeah.
We don't have that many classes. And he would turn
Mm-hmm.
and cover up my locker with his mask. And then open up the door and cover up the other person's locker. And none of us could get in our lockers when he was there. And he'd always keep a padlock on his locker, which had to get cut off about 4 times. And then at some point he's just like, "Hey, check this out." And he walked up to his padlock and just jerked it open. I'm just like, what's the point of having a lock if it's gonna do that? And you're worried about us stealing from you, but you just showed that to me. What the hell?
He was a weird cat. Like a couple years ago on Facebook, he sent me a message. He said, like, you know, he was gone by then or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, this is a year after he left here. Maybe a couple, I don't know. Anyway, he sent me a message on Facebook. He's like, hey, bud, how's it going? I'm like, alright, it's cool, whatever. Because I figured I'm not going to see him ever again, so maybe might as well be nice to him. She's like, it's going all good, and, you know, whatever. He said, well, sometime you should go fishing with me. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, sure. So I haven't gone with him, and I hope I never have to. I hope he's forgotten that and deleted that conversation.
Yeah,
I don't want to go.
I don't really like being mean to people, but he just got on my nerves so much.
Finally, when I thought he was gone for good, like the last time he moved, which turns out I guess it was the last time he left here. It might have been the first time he left here. Anyway. Now that I think about
I
it.
think there was a few times during registration where he didn't show up, and it's
Yeah.
like, yes.
That might have been
And then
it.
he showed up, and I'm like,
Anyway, after he left, I apologized for being such a dick to him, because I was kind of a dick to him.
yeah.
So I was like, hey, but I'm sorry about that. I was a dick. Hopefully I don't have to ever see you again, but sorry. Sorry for being a dick.
Most of the time I was only a dick to him when he was a dick to me.
Yeah, most of the time I'm just trying not talking to him.
And yeah, that's what I'm trying to do with the people that piss me off right now. Like, I don't want to be mean to you, but if you talk to me, I probably will be. And, you know,
I have a few people like that. That just, like, please do not talk to me.
yeah.
There's I don't know, there's Latasha Yardley was one of those. Well, mainly I couldn't understand what she said to me.
It's
Yeah.
just that.
The best
Early
thing,
talk.
whenever she'd
They
say
are.
stuff to me, I'd just be like, yes, I agree completely. Like, oh my god.
Mine just so much, you know. It's just like that's my whole life. You know?
Yeah, like, I feel your pain.
Totes my goats.
I mean, I'm sure some people would call it like being whipped or whatever, but Danny really has helped me with like me being a dick to people.
Yeah.
Like she'll stop me, she's like, hey, you're crossing the line. Like, yeah, you're probably right.
Like,
Shut up about it.
yeah, it's kind of bad if somebody's going in to change you, but I'm alright with it if my girlfriend would be trying to change me for the better. You know what I mean?
I'm usually a good person, and just if I'm saying something that's racist or something, it's like, hey, y'all watch yourself now.
Like, if I had a girlfriend that wanted me to stop certain habits, you know, I would.
Which I mean, she appreciates a good joke, but I mean, sometimes I just, you know,
Yeah,
I do that sometimes. I take it over the top.
you
It's just
gotta cross the line every once in a while to know you still have one.
Yeah. Like dead baby jokes. She'd stop that.
Yeah, usually women are less impressed with those.
And she makes a couple, you know, inappropriate jokes sometimes. I mean,
Oh yeah, you need a girl that does that. Because if she doesn't, she just makes you feel like a dick.
Yeah, the worst part of dating her is how smart she is and how dumb I am.
Hey, it works out though.
But like half the time when she's texting me, not half the time, because I'm not that an idiot. Every now and then she just uses a big word, and like I have to
Google
highlight the word on my phone, and like you have the options: copy, cut, paste, or whatever, select, or define. Like I'll define the word like, oh, okay, that's what it means.
Okay, yeah, that's
I
good.
follow. You just gotta use little words.
Yeah, yeah, you two make a pretty good couple. And, you know, hopefully things go a lot better than I think they will with Becca. You know, we talk alright, but, you know, I'm afraid that I won't get to see her very much. And she goes to a public school, so she's probably really smart. I'm okay with that. I'm just hoping she's okay with me being dumb.
Okay. Freaking lag. Yeah, I've never dated. It's all good though. I've never even been a man Crush Monday.
I don't think I've ever been. And I've had a girlfriend for 6 months.
Well, that just means you're man crush every day.
What day is it? 13th?
Yeah.
That's 3 days. That'd be 7 in a week.
Attaboy.
Because we started dating on Reagan's birthday. It's like, this is my favorite day of the year.
Yeah.
Because it's Reagan's birthday month.
You always want to ask her out on a specific date you'll remember, so anniversaries are way easier.
Yeah.
Brant asked out Shelby on his birthday, so that's like the easiest anniversary ever.
That's Reagan's birthday is 2 days after my birthday. So if I get like a birthday present or something like that, I know it's time to rush out and buy an anniversary.
Go get a nice gas station card for her.
Usually because we both agree that like month anniversaries are kind of lame.
Yeah.
Like you ain't gonna buy her.
If you do it too often, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. But like we'll go out for Chinese or something like that.
Yeah.
Or have a movie night or something like that.
Go get San Martins and destroy the bathroom.
Not anymore since they shut down fucking San Martins. I love that place. This new place, Habaneros or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I don't trust it. Like, you replace San Martins, you are dead to me.
San Martins, you could get like a whole plate of food and a can of pop for like $4.
Well, I loved it. You got the runs, but I mean, it was well worth it.
See, I never had that problem.
I did.
I think years of Teresa's cooking prepared my stomach for terrible
I
food.
remember what I had that made me so sick. It was called Chili Colorado.
That'll get you.
You ever had it?
No.
Oh, it's delicious. They have it at El Charro. You should get it sometime. It's really good.
Does it have corn in it?
I don't think so. Like, you get tortillas. Like, yeah. I was
About everything
I was
is
gonna
tortilla.
say tortillas something. Like they give you tortillas. I was gonna say tortilla shells. That's what I was gonna say. No, they give you tortillas, and then they have like strips of steak, whatever. Like, and it's in like a spicy red sauce.
Okay.
Oh, that's great. But like at San Martin's, like it wasn't like strips of steak like that. I think it's like chunks of meat. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? But it was great. It was great.
They were so poor they didn't have pop machines. They had ice and cans of pop. And they would just give you a can of pop.
But we do need to go like on a whole group date or whatever. Not a date, it's like just go out to eat.
Yeah.
Like get the whole gang together and go out to Habaneros. So we can spit on the plates after done eating. After they've done spit on our food. We can spit on our plates.
But don't bring too much money in case you get robbed.
Yeah. Like I want to throw up on the floor intentionally. You're gonna have to buy a shampooer. It's gonna be a bitch. But San Martin's not being here's a bitch too. So we can always deal with it.
Swear if you don't clean it up, I'll call INS.
On all of you.
They will clean this place out.
Sweet San Martin's. I remember when I saw it, like when it was shutting down. It broke my heart.
Yeah,
Me and Danny went out to Bamboo that night. Like we were driving by and like, oh, they're renovating whatever, putting new things in there. And I saw this foreigner sitting on a 5-gallon bucket, just sitting there with a stack of menus. I'm like, no, they're not shutting down. I was thinking about stopping and saying, how much do you want for, a menu?
Yeah, like a little keepsake.
Yeah, for all the memories. Keep some of the toilet paper. Also a good memory.
This is painful, but it was good.
I don't regret it. No, I've never gotten the runs at San Martin's. It's just hell when you go home.
Yeah.
had to be careful about what you picked.
Chris said that he absolutely hated that place at the end because he said they were overcharging him.
But didn't you say you like wore a suit anytime you go in there?
Probably.
They're gonna overcharge people who look rich. I mean, you don't charge Billy the Kid compared to like Donald Trump. You'd assume Donald has more money so you can make him pay more.
Yeah, but Chris believes in dress for success, so he's definitely gonna wear a suit everywhere.
Yeah, but you're going to San Martin's. There's no winners there.
Yeah. You're kind of asking to be robbed when you show up in a BMW and walk out in a suit.
He wasn't wearing a suit when he walked in.
I mean, walk out of the BMW.
Yeah, like walk out of the Mexican restaurant. Found this suit. Just had to keep it.
It's velvet, but it looks good.
Not sure if I'd be a fan of it. What time is it? 3 o'clock?
Game time.
Like 7 more hours of your live stream.
Yeah.
Time is actually going really slow tonight.
Yeah, I noticed
Is
that.
it?
Last night it was going by freaking super fast.
Oh, yeah.
Tonight it's like, it's pretty crazy slow.
Like, I just look at my phone and it's like 6 a.m. Just like,
I think it's because,
oh.
well, and then we did have Austin being a freaking weirdo last night.
Yeah, he stayed up a lot longer.
Yeah. It makes the night feel slower whenever someone goes to bed at 11:55.
Yeah. There was more video game playing last night.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight it seems like there's more deep conversations.
Either one's fine. My live stream, I'll live stream when I want.
Did you go school shopping yet?
Like school supplies
Yeah.
or clothes.
Like either one?
No.
Oh. Aren't you going to?
Probably.
I went already, and it was like the weirdest thing. Like freshman year, like you're a little binder bitch, and you have like, oh, I have 2 1-inch binders, 3 2-inch binders, 4,
Yeah.
and it's like this year, mom's like, okay, go get your school supplies. I'm like, I don't need binders. I never use them anyway. So I think literally what I got was new chapstick because I lost my other one,
Right.
and hair gel because it ran out.
Necessities.
I'm like, okay, that's all I need for the school year. She's
Yeah.
like, you don't need pencils? I'm like, I'll find them. I have a
They're-
couple at the house.
I see like 20 on the floor every day. It's okay. Like, I always notice that whenever they say what you need for each class, you end up buying like 8 binders and never using
Never
one.
using them. They just sit in your locker, and then since they're in your locker all year, they get all bent up and
Yeah,
destroyed.
they break. And at the beginning of the year, I'm like, hey, Mr. Mapp, we having binder checks? Yep. Not one.
Not one, not once. So this year I'm going no binders.
I'll have that one main binder that I keep all my pencils and stuff in.
I didn't use any binders my senior year.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
Yeah, I didn't use them because we didn't need them. I kept my notes in for history in the book.
Yeah. It's pretty messy, but it's usually what I do.
I think I'll be alright if I have a good year this year. Like if this is the average, this is where I was freshman and sophomore year. You know, sophomore year's kind of down here. But then junior year, I kind of, I'm kind of in the middle now.
Yeah.
So I mean, if I do good this year, I'll end up about average, maybe a little bit better. If I tank this year, I will be SOL.
Yeah. Freshman year, I was terrible. Sophomore year, I was a boss. I don't know what happened that
I was
year.
the opposite. Freshman year, I was a smart kid. Sophomore year, I didn't do anything.
My grades were fantastic. Junior year, everything but math and English was great.
Yeah, but like those D's got me. Yeah, those are awful. I just barely I think 2 years in a row I passed math the lowest grade I could. I think I had a 60 both years.
I was awesome at geometry.
Maybe it wasn't geometry, I don't know.
But algebra 2 kicked my ass.
I think maybe it was, no, semester I did good first. First semester I did good. Or did that backwards? Anyway,
Yeah.
second semester it just dropped off big time.
I'd probably do a lot better on the ACT if I took trig. But Chris tried to take trig, and he said with work and school, he didn't have enough time to put full effort into trig. So he just switched to some blow-off class.
Yeah,
Second semester.
I would take trig, but I just don't think I could pass it. I can barely pass algebra 2.
Yeah.
Half, like, 60% of it was I just didn't want to do it. 40% was I couldn't do it. If I did understand it, I wouldn't do the work. If I did the work, I wouldn't understand how to do it, so I'd bomb the test.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that scared me enough to where I'll get, most A's and maybe a few B's this year. And it looks like my classes will be easy enough.
I'm just gonna try sticking out of the D and F range. I can't be doing that anymore. I think I had an F for the fourth quarter in math.
I did. Passed the semester though, so
Yeah, I passed with a 60.
I think I did too.
But that just sucks. Going through school like that.
Yeah.
Thinking if I fail this test or if I don't turn in this assignment, I'm going to fail the semester.
Yep.
So I'm going to try to avoid doing that this year. I might even try dropping that math class.
That new counselor seems pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought Mr. looked different. Got a lot of hair and slimmed down some.
Your boobs got a little bigger than that. And so much smoother.
Well, that's free.
I miss that.
I think having a new counselor would be a good thing. It's going to be a good thing. I think it's going to be. Because Gus said to me that I was probably going to have more opportunities for scholarships than...
I think we will.
Because Gus said that if you compare his class to like Greenfield, like the kids he talked to, he said that Mr. L just looked for like all the local scholarships, and he said kids from Greenfield were getting like nationwide ones. So I mean, he said you could probably go to school cheaper than I did, and I'm a lot smarter than you are. Or I got a lot better grades. Is what he meant. Or he said or something.
Do you want to do a college visit with me at Pitt?
What does that entail?
You go and visit the college, and then
For a college visit, you go and visit the college. I could do that.
you get 3 days excused from school for college visits your senior year.
How do you go about saying you're doing a college visit?
You say, hey, Miss Marty, I want to do a college visit. And I think she might set it up. And then, usually you want to go with somebody.
Say day one on one, college visit, day one. First day of school. Ain't gonna be here all day.
Why would you waste that, though? Because you almost never do anything the first day anyway.
That is a good point. I might do that like on a test day or something like that. Like a big math test, and I go, oh god. College visit.
Like, every day you're stressing out about a test, take a college visit.
I never used any of my college visits.
I'm gonna use all mine.
Yeah.
Like I'll go.
Well, I already know I was going to Pitt, and I've already seen it.
I think I probably know, but I haven't been there yet.
I'm going to Pitt. And I've been there multiple times, but like one time I almost guarantee I'm gonna go up to Columbia to go visit Mizzou and just go up there to go see Gus and go to a football game or something like that night.
Yeah.
Have a 3-day weekend for me.
Oh, cool.
I've kind of already contributed towards my A+ program, but if I talk to Chris and I take a college visit and it just looks so much better than Crowder, I might just send Like, I might just try to see if I could just go to Pitt instead of having to go to Crowder for my first 2 years.
I'd rather go to Pitt, but I mean that's just me talking.
I would too.
Because
I'm
I
just
mean, we
not
could do that carpool thing and wouldn't spend so much gas.
exactly. I'm just not sure how well I'm going to do financially.
But I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
I think I don't want to at all, but I think this school year I'm gonna get a job. I'm not sure where at, but I'm gonna get a job somewhere.
I would say Casey's is hiring, but you pretty well have to be 18 because you're going to be selling a lot of tobacco.
I'll be 18 in February, but I don't want a job for that.
And, well, you got to sell a lot of liquor too, so the ideal age is 21.
Yeah. I just don't want a job where I'll be son of a bitch.
Well, you're in high school, so that's pretty well going to happen.
It's standard, but I mean,
Like, I pretty well believe that you gotta start out as a bitch.
yeah, work your way up.
And, you know, it sucks, but you've gotta work the minimum wage job. At least in Missouri. Or you could work for Dan.
Yeah.
It's always nice to have a relative. I'm very appreciative that
Vanus 12, thanks for following you.
I can work for Chris. It sucks that I don't have a winter job, but oh well. We have a lot of fun mowing. Especially right now when the grass isn't really growing. You know, take about an hour off in the middle of the day, go skin to them. Ram the lawnmowers into each other.
Sounds like a blast.
Chance was one of the worst at that because he completely caved in the back of the small John Deere. James was on it, and Chance just drove as fast as he could and rammed into the back of it.
Yeah, if you guys add me, I'll play with some of you guys. We'll get a full party. Or as many as we can, and I'll play with you guys.
I need another drink.
Alrighty. That's cool.
Dry.
I hate to say it, but I think I'm going home. I'm about to pass out. I'm gonna go home.
That's good for driving.
It's like a 10-minute drive. I'll be fine. It's a blood disease. What time is it? 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
I might stop in like at 8 or so, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see. If not, I'll see you. If today is Wednesday, I'll see you all at youth group or something.
Alrighty, yeah, that works, man. Thanks for coming, though. Man, I'm using the wrong controller right now. I'm somehow still getting kills, but that's, I don't know how. It's nearly impossible for me to play any kind of shooter with this controller. It's so bad. Gosh, my eyes hurt a lot. Okay, fag boy.
I'll probably leave around 5 o'clock and see if I can get a couple hours before I go to work.
Alright. Sounds good, man. Oh boy.
Yeah, usually I get about 4 hours of sleep. 4 or 5. But if I have like 4 nights in a row where I get 2 hours of sleep,
Yeah.
I start having really bad short-term memory loss.
Oh. Oh man.
Whenever I left yesterday morning, I walked outside, I could see my breath. That's how cold it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
That was about 6:30.
Oh boy. Oh my god.
Well, you met at me.
Victorian Gamer, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, yo. 2 of them, maybe 3 of them. Okay. Torrent Gamer, what's up? Not much. Not much is up. Just waiting for this stream to be over because I'm really tired. It's for a good cause and all, but man, I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. Oh man. My reflexes for normal gaming standards have went completely down. Surprised I'm even getting some kills right now.
Just sent Jose at Snapchat. It's like 10:30 there.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever he saw that I was gonna do a 48-hour live stream, he sent me a Snapchat. He's like, 48 hours, man? Man, you're freaking crazy. I'm like, yeah, I am, man.
Love me some Jose there.
Oh, no freaking way. He should be dead. He should be really dead right now. So tired. Can't read that right now. I'll get to you though. Whoever just followed, it looks like. The Leals, I don't know. There's Leals in it. That's all I know. The Lily Osborne, thank you for following.
Keep it
Tell your mom to buy you better drink. That's your dad.
Cowboy style.
Yeah, well, I just want to Your mom.
What?
Cowboy style.
Oh yeah.
Straight up revolver.
Yeah, that's a shotgun pistol too. Ooh. What the heck ever. Really? People who are nice just need to die.
What's this game called?
Castle Crashers.
most tired I've been in a long time.
Yeah. Same here.
doing good?
Yeah. My eyes are just getting really heavy right now.
Oh yeah.
I might just take my shower here pretty soon and then go back to gaming.
Can't do math in my head right now.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but sometimes, like when I stay up, it hits me differently. Like I could stay up all night some night, not have any trouble. But one time I stayed at Cole's till like 4:30 in the morning doing homework
Yeah.
and studying for a math test. Went to sleep about 5 in the morning. And then when I woke up for school, I started hallucinating. Just like, this is insane.
Yeah, it's different for me too. The whole lack of sleep thing. It's always a lot of different effects. Or completely crazy.
I'll have to tell you, hallucinating is pretty scary.
I bet.
Because every time I looked at the clock, it just said 6x. And then I ran around to the other clocks and they all said that. I'm just like, oh my gosh. What if clocks always say that? I'm like, I don't know what time it is. You know, am I already late for school? I don't know. I think it was like 6:30 in the morning though. So that's good. I think I might have drank a Monster though, so that's probably what messed me up.
Yeah, I wish I could drink stuff like that. It'd help me stay awake at least.
I didn't used to crash on that stuff, but now I do.
Yeah. I'm mainly trying to find a game that can hold my attention while I try not to fall asleep. I thought maybe this would do it, but I almost dozed off there a few times. It's like, god dang it.
It's the bad thing about driving. Sometimes driving is so boring.
Yeah.
I will start falling asleep.
Sucks that not everybody could come, but
Yeah.
at least some were able to.
Yeah, I'm just like, Shayna, I don't care that your knee hurts. You know, since I got my stitches, they gave me some hydros. I'll give you some of those. It was a no deal.
Oh boy.
My stepmom thought your gaming name was pretty cool.
The Macho Miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought of that when I was like 12 years old. So, I've kept it though. And, my account that I'm playing on right now is Inspector Clouseau from the Pink Panther series, the original series.
Yeah. I like
And that's the one I like.
like Peter Sellers.
Yep. Peter Sellers,
Yeah,
freaking
well-
awesome actor.
I love that guy. The first time I seen those Pink Panthers, I just laughed my ass off.
Yeah. My grandpa lives right over there. Kind of has the same hairstyle and mustache as Peter Sellers.
Nice.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Steve Martin does a pretty good job, but there's nothing like the original.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give it to him. He did. Yeah, they did an alright job on the movies, but on the newer ones, but yeah, there's nothing compared to the old ones. I mean, there's the first one, that one's okay, and then A Shot in the Dark got pretty good, and then the third one, the Pink Panther Strikes Back, is freaking probably the best one. The third one is probably the best one by far. So freaking funny. Does your dog bite? No. Or he just he's like, I thought you said your dog didn't bite. That is not my dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Freaking great.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Kato was the best.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Or he's on the phone and that suit's airing up. And there's he's just kind of floating out the door and he sees Kato on the thing and he's like, and then then the freaking apartment explodes. So because he's an idiot and flew out the window, he didn't get himself basically killed. He's retarded. And Kato was in the hospital because he was on the balcony when the freaking apartment exploded. Or I love how the former chief inspector, he goes crazy from the second one. He busts out. He's drilling the hole. And Inspector Clouseau has opened up the washer and all the water goes all over the floor. So he drills the hole in the floor and the ceiling real quick, and then all the water falls down on his face. He's like, and then he's looking for Kato. Clouseau is like, Kato? Opens up the fridge, and the ketchup falls onto the ground. He cuts through another hole. Ketchup falls on his face this time. He's like, why does this crap keep falling on my face?
they're chasing each other all through the bed.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he lays down in the bed and he's like, Kato is on top.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was freaking awesome. Yeah, I just love he just sitting there. He's just drilling. He's like, he's getting ready to pull out his master plan and kill Clouseau. Water falls on his face.
But really, for the new ones, they probably couldn't have picked anybody better than Steve Martin.
Yeah, probably not. Well, then there's I do remember in A Shot in the Dark, whenever they assign someone to the case, he's like, well, who's the chief inspector? This is whenever before, he just went crazy and stuff. He's like, who did you put on the case? He's like, the only one that was available, sir. Clouseau. He says that, and then you see his eyes start to like twitch. Yeah.
Yeah, like
right before he walked out the door to go hang out with his girlfriend. He just stops dead in his tracks, and you see his eye twitching. Like,
every time he talked to Clouseau, his blood pressure just like.
like whenever he's trying to get out out of the insane house by acting like nothing is wrong now. You know, he can handle Cluzo. They have the life-size doll of Cluzo there. You know, that he pulls out. He's like, nothing? He's like, nope, nothing. And then he like plays a recording of something Cluzo says. He's like, nothing at all. Yeah. And then he's like, wow, I think you've really made progress. When really he's acting like that so when he gets out he can kill.
Yeah.
And then Cluzo comes to visit, and it shows that he's not ready to leave because he causes a lot of trouble when he's there.
Yeah.
Accidentally pushes him into the lake, and he's like, "Oh crap!"
What was the where he gets his disguises from? What was that guy's name? It was something Balls.
Oh, oh man, I forgot. And he's like whenever he gets a delivery in that room, and it's that bomb,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Hey Ben,
Is this your bum?
yeah.
Hey, Ben!
Hey Ben." It shows him trying to take out some Nazis, like it's showing him back in the day. I remember this is back towards the end whenever Peter Sellers died while they're making one. So you only see him out for a little bit. Inspector Clouseau, and then they're acting like Inspector Clouseau has died. And yeah, it's his son and stuff. Or maybe it's news reporters or something in there. And it follows them, and there's some guy talking about whenever Clouseau, they wouldn't let him into the army because he was such a klutz, but he was still trying to stop the Nazis. And it shows him, he has an entire huge bridge rigged with dynamite. And they all get on there, and he's like, and nothing's happening. He's like, you know, he keeps doing that, and then it even shows, you know, they all get across, and it shows 2 German soldiers that are behind. And they stop on the.
One's taking a leak.
Yeah, one's taking a leak, and the other one decides to stand next to him and take a leak too. Both have their backs turned to Clouseau, who's over here trying to go, and then they zip everything off, walk off. They get back a little bit further, probably a good 30 feet, and then Clouseau starts to walk towards the bridge. And,
Yeah.
flies backwards. Oh man, that's the best. Oh my gosh. I really miss, Pink Panther movies are great.
I used to have those, but
I-
somewhere along the line.
I have the box set of them, all 7 movies.
That's a lot.
There's the first one where you basically introduce him, and then the first one's actually more of a murder mystery. And it's basically, it involves his wife and some other guy. And it shows off his violin playing skills, how weird of a guy Clouseau is. But it is kind of a mystery, but there's some comedy. It's kind of the introduction to how Clouseau is. And the second one is A Shot in the Dark, which is wherever Clouseau gets his first big case.
Mm-hmm.
Then third one, Strikes Back, the best one, where all this funny stuff we're talking about happens. That's when he becomes Chief Inspector. I am Chief Inspector Jacques Clouseau. Love the way they say Jack or Jacques. Jacques.
This is my jackhammer.
I was trying to find a name, so Inspector Clouseau. Inspector Clouseau wouldn't fit because it was 1 letter too long, so I had to take the O of Inspector out to make it work. But yeah, I'm glad I got it. That's the only way to really make it work and people know what I'm talking about. But a lot of people don't know how to pronounce it or whatever, or they'll just call me, hey, Inspector. Or Inspector Gadget. It's not, it doesn't say Inspector Gadget. I've been called that a lot. I'm not sure how many times I've been called Inspector Gadget, but it's been a lot. Like a freaking crazy amount.
I'm not Matthew Broderick.
Yeah. He got kind of chubby now. He's a little bit chubby.
Yeah.
This is like, no, Ferris Bueller can't be chubby. It's not allowed.
My dad always thought it was weird that Fonzie was played by Henry Winkler.
Oh yeah.
You know, this little tiny Jew plays like a really cool Italian guy.
Yeah.
Just like, that's racist.
That can't mess with the Fonz though.
Nah. I remember watching that when I was a kid.
Yeah. Remember, I've watched a lot of old recordings of like Michael Jordan playing basketball, and that's some basketball playing right there.
The Dream Team.
Yeah. Some old recordings of that and some recordings of him playing for the Chicago Bulls. Just clips and stuff. And I've seen full games where it wasn't even one of those where he got one of his amazing clips in, but he still did freaking awesome. He was like, yeah. LeBron James wears number 23, right?
I think so.
Okay, so when I know, when Michael Jordan shook his hand for using the number 23 and stuff like that. There's like a picture that says, what he said to LeBron James was, I was like, I'm glad you picked the number 23. He said something nice to him like that. He's like, what Michael Jordan was really thinking. He's like, you can go ahead and wear number 23 because we already know who's the best here.
Pretty much. LeBron James is good, but Michael Jordan was just amazing.
And there's only a few problems I have with like professional players, basketball players. There's some of them they really are there to play the game because they like the game, and I respect those guys right there. They want to play the game, so I want to see those guys play. And there's the ones who are big babies about the whole freaking thing. They get fouled. I don't know. I don't know how many times LeBron James, it looks like he's being a big baby about a foul or something. I'm like, how much money are you getting for this game?
Yeah, he's like that, but then again, like, I think he's going back to Ohio. Like, he's going to go to that team just because that's where he's from.
Yeah.
And, he's getting paid way less over there.
Yeah. He won't get paid as much, but, and maybe this will take some of the babiness out of that. Playing for his original team. I think it was Kevin Durant. Yeah, Kevin Durant got the MVP award, didn't he? Yeah, he did because I watched his speech. That was an awesome speech because he told his mama that she was the real MVP. That's where that whole thing came from, when people started going, "You the real MVP," because he said that to his mom. He's like, "You the real MVP." He's like, "I'm not the MVP. You're the MVP." I got major respect for Kevin Durant too, because he is a really good basketball player. He gets a lot of technicals though, because he doesn't really whine about the fouls, but whenever he gets a foul called on him, or usually it's a foul called on him, he just kind of like grins or laughs about it, or he's like, "Oh, okay," or whatever. He'll say, or he'll be like, "Oh, come on," something like that, and they just give him a technical. I was like, and he's like, "Okay, now I'm mad." There you go. You gave me a technical for no freaking reason.
Like, the funniest thing ever was when Hillbilly got teed up at Lockwood.
Yeah.
Like, but those refs were stupid. He kept calling timeout.
Mm-hmm.
They would wait like 30 seconds and,
Mm-hmm.
oh, he called a timeout. Then it's already too late.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
like,
that
tee him up.
was pretty ridiculous. I remember, we played. Every time we play College Heights, one of their players or their coach gets a technical. It's like, it's College Heights, it's a freaking Christian, it's a Christian school, and they get technicals a lot.
Like, those Christian and Catholic schools are like actually like the dirtiest people.
Yeah, that's like, just because you go to one of these schools doesn't mean you get away with more. It means people are gonna watch you more.
Yeah, you're supposed to be an example.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
not the stereotypical public schools that are so evil.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that's. There's that taller kid that played for College Heights who thought he was just the freaking bomb at basketball, and I couldn't stand to watch us play College Heights for that reason, just because that kid was like, his arrogance level was so high up there. I'm like, you go to a Christian school and you say you're this Christian guy, but your arrogance level is so freaking high that
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I just can't. Because it says it in the Bible.
You think you're
Right
better
there.
than everyone else.
It says it right there, and it specifically says the word arrogance.
Yeah.
To not be arrogant. It specifically says that. It's not one of those little riddles that it puts in there. It specifically says, "Don't be arrogant."
There is no other way to interpret that.
Yeah. So that's why I hate arrogance. I can handle people who are kind of, there's people who get cocky, like, in over their heads a little bit about something, about certain things maybe, but not about everything. And that's annoying, but I can deal with that a little bit. It's people who are the arrogance. They're the best at everything. They're the bomb. No.
Yeah. And there is certain situations where you have to brag on yourself,
Yeah, I'm not saying don't be
But-
confident, but
but don't just
Don't
be
be-
like, everyone is below me, I'm the best.
yeah. And then, man, I was looking at, how much money all these basketball players and football players and baseball players make. Freaking baseball players make a lot of money. I can't. I'm just like, wow, they make so much money. You think basketball and football players make a lot of money? These freaking baseball players make twice as much as football and basketball players. And they're out here. But it is really a mental game. Baseball is. There's a lot of mentality that goes into it. There is physical skill and reflexes and all that, but there's a lot of. You have to know what you're doing before the ball even comes to you in every situation, based on your position. And you got to take count of the wind and all this freaking crazy crap. It's all a big freaking head game. So, but yeah, the people, they get paid to even just be at the game. The ones who sit out the whole time, they're getting like, they might be getting $2 million that game just to be there. For the contract says you be at this game, you'll get this much money. You be at this game, you'll get this much money.
Hell, they get paid for going to practice.
Yeah, they. It's not as much obviously as a game. A game, they get a lot of money, and then if they play, the starters get a crap ton of money because they start.